Isla Fisher, Amy Adams. Do people confuse you for Amy Adams frequently?
Yes, they do, and I usually correct them.
Ever looked at a celebrity and thought, wait, didn't I just see them in another movie? Welcome to Hollywood's strangest face swap parade, where drummers get mistaken for comedians. Oscar stars become human copy-paste errors, and even moms need name tags. Tonight, we're diving into celebrity twins so identical, they make your brain buffer like bad Wi-Fi. Number 1. Amy Adams, Isla Fisher, and Jenna Fisher. Amy Adams is one of those actresses who can make a fairy tale feel real, a drama feel devastating, and an awards season feel like it was personally designed for her. From Enchanted to Arrival to American Hustle, she has built a career on talent, charm, and emotional precision. But somehow, one of her most famous Hollywood problems is not a role, a scandal, or a box office disaster. It is Isla Fisher. Because for years, people have looked at Isla Fisher and confidently said Amy Adams. And Isla has basically had to become a professional correction machine. Yes, both have red hair. Yes, both have bright smiles. Yes, both have that warm, girl-next-door energy that makes them look like they could bake cookies, solve a mystery, and steal a scene all before lunch. But they are, in fact, two different women. And then Hollywood made the situation even worse by adding Jenna Fisher into the mix. The Office fans know her as Pam, but with the right styling, Jenna slides right into this red-headed triangle of confusion like she was invited by accident and stayed for the chaos. At this point, it is not just a lookalike problem. It is a full-blown redhead emergency. Fans watch one movie and think it is Amy. Then they see Isla and swear it is Amy again. Then Jenna appears, and suddenly everyone needs a spreadsheet, a color-coded chart, and maybe a warning label. The funniest part, all three have completely different careers and personalities, but their faces keep getting tossed into the same Hollywood blender. Maybe it is the hair. Maybe it is the smile. Or maybe casting directors saw one lovable redhead and thought, great. Let's make this a franchise. Number 2. Chad Smith and Will Ferrell. Chad Smith should be recognized for one thing, smashing the drums like a thunderstorm with Red Hot Chili Peppers. This man has spent decades turning rock stages into earthquakes, giving fans beats so powerful they could probably wake up a sleeping volcano. But somehow, his funniest problem has nothing to do with music. It has everything to do with his face. Because every time Chad walks into public, somebody looks at him and thinks, wait, is that Will Ferrell? Yes, the legendary rock drummer keeps getting mistaken for the king of Hollywood comedy. And honestly, can you blame people? Put them side by side and your brain starts buffering like cheap hotel Wi-Fi. Same face, same mischievous eyes, same expression that says, I'm either about to tell a joke or ruin Thanksgiving dinner. The confusion reached a ridiculous peak on The Tonight Show when Chad Smith and Will Ferrell showed up wearing matching outfits. The audience lost its mind. Who was the drummer? Who was the actor? Who was the real one? Who was the factory recall version? For a few seconds, it looked like Hollywood had accidentally copy-pasted a grown man and forgot to change the settings. Only when the drum battle began did Chad finally prove he wasn't Will Ferrell pretending to be a musician. Because the moment those sticks hit the kit, the mystery was over. The two have embraced the joke for years, even calling themselves twin brothers from different mothers. But imagine spending your whole life mastering an instrument, touring the world, building a rock legacy, only for someone in the crowd to yell, "We love you, Will Ferrell." That's not just mistaken identity. That's comedy with emotional damage. Number 3. Javier Bardem and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Javier Bardem is the kind of actor who can walk into a scene and make the entire room feel colder. He terrified audiences as Anton Chigurh in No Country for Old Men ruled the ocean in Pirates of the Caribbean and somehow made silence feel more dangerous than a loaded gun. But there is one mystery even Hollywood still has not solved. Why does he look like Jeffrey Dean Morgan's long-lost international twin? Because seriously, put these two men side by side and your brain immediately files a complaint. Javier Bardem, the Spanish legend. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, the American star from Supernatural Grey's Anatomy and The Walking Dead. Different countries, different careers, different accents. Same face trying to sneak through airport security twice. Both have the messy hair, the scruffy beard, the intense stare, and that rugged I either own a motorcycle or know where a body is buried energy. Jeffrey became unforgettable as Negan swinging a bat with a smile that could ruin your entire weekend. Javier became iconic playing villains so calm and creepy they could scare a security camera. And yet, depending on the photo, good luck telling them apart without a name tag, a passport, or a DNA test conducted by Netflix. Fans have admitted they spent years thinking these two were the same actor working under different names. And honestly, that is not even embarrassing. It is understandable. Hollywood could cast one of them on Monday, replace him with the other on Tuesday, and half the audience would just say, "Wow, he looks rested." The resemblance is so strong it feels less like coincidence and more like a casting department backup plan. If Javier is busy, call Jeffrey. If Jeffrey is filming zombies, call Javier. Either way, the beard arrives on time, the stare does the job, and the audience leaves emotionally confused. Number 4. Margot Robbie and Hollywood's Clone Squad. Margot Robbie became one of the most recognizable faces on Earth after Harley Quinn Barbie and a box office takeover that made Hollywood executives sweat glitter. But here is the hilarious problem: apparently, Hollywood ordered her face in bulk. Because years before Margot became a global superstar, Jamie Presley was already walking around with almost the same all-American beauty, sharp features, blonde hair, and that confident look that says, "I could ruin your life and still get invited to brunch." Put their photos side by side and suddenly your brain starts asking for a refund. Then things get even more confusing. Enter Emma Mackey from Sex Education, another actress people constantly compare to Margot. Even Margot herself has admitted fans mix them up. And honestly, once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Same eyes, same smile, same Hollywood definitely used the same character creator energy. But wait, the clone factory did not stop there. When Nina Dobrev appeared in Love Hard, viewers online went into full detective mode. Some were convinced they were watching Margot Robbie. Others swore it was Victoria Justice. By the end, half the internet needed a flowchart, a magnifying glass, and maybe a therapist. This is not just a lookalike situation anymore. This is a blonde and brunette identity crisis with red carpet lighting. If Margot, Jamie, Emma, Nina, and Victoria all walked into the same room, security would have to check IDs twice and still probably escort out the wrong person. Maybe it is genetics. Maybe it is coincidence. Or maybe Hollywood has one perfect face template and keeps hitting duplicate whenever casting gets lazy. Number 5. Timothy Olyphant and Josh Duhamel. Timothy Olyphant built his name playing cool, dangerous men in Justified and Deadwood, the kind of guy who can stare at you for 3 seconds and make you confess to things you did not even do. Josh Duhamel, on the other hand, became famous through Transformers romantic comedies and that classic leading man smile that says, "Yes, I probably survived an explosion in slow motion." 2 different actors, 2 different careers, one extremely suspicious face. Because when people put Timothy Olyphant and Josh Duhamel side by side, it does not feel like a normal celebrity resemblance. It feels like someone at Hollywood headquarters accidentally saved the same actor twice under 2 different file names. Same sharp features, same build, same confident expression. Same I could be a sheriff, a soldier, or your mom's favorite movie crush energy. And this is not just fans being dramatic on the internet. The confusion has gone so far that even family members have reportedly struggled to tell them apart. There is a legendary story about a family Christmas photo where Timothy Oliphant appeared instead of Josh Duhamel, and somehow even Josh's own mother did not immediately notice. His mother, the woman who gave birth to him. At that point, this is no longer a lookalike situation. That is a full-blown identity emergency. Imagine walking into a Hollywood party and someone congratulates you for a movie you never filmed, a baby photo you never took, or a Christmas dinner you apparently attended by accident. These two could swap red carpets, interviews, and maybe even dental appointments, and half the room would just nod like everything was normal. If Hollywood ever makes a movie about twins separated at birth, they do not need casting. They just need to call Timothy, call Josh, and pray the audience knows who is who. Number 6. Jessica Chastain and Bryce Dallas Howard. Jessica Chastain is an Oscar-winning powerhouse, the kind of actress who can walk into a scene and make everyone else look like they forgot how acting works. Bryce Dallas Howard became a blockbuster favorite through Jurassic World, The Village, and a career full of emotional close-ups, red hair, and pure leading lady energy. But there is one problem Hollywood still has not fully solved. People cannot stop confusing them. And honestly, it is easy to see why. Both have striking red hair, elegant features, bright eyes, and that polished screen presence that makes them look like they were designed by the same luxury casting algorithm. Put them in similar lighting, give them the same hairstyle, and suddenly your brain starts spinning like it just opened too many browser tabs. The confusion has followed them everywhere. Fans mix them up. Media outlets have mixed them up. People have congratulated one for projects the other one actually did. Imagine being Jessica Chastain minding your own business, and someone tells you how much they loved you running from dinosaurs. Ma'am, wrong redhead, wrong franchise, wrong emergency. Even Jessica and Bryce have joked about it publicly, because at some point, what else can you do if the entire internet keeps treating you like Hollywood's most glamorous copy-paste error? You either laugh or start wearing a giant name tag to premieres. The funniest part is that both women are incredibly talented on their own. They do not need the confusion. But the resemblance is so strong that if one of them walked into the wrong movie set, the crew might not notice until lunch. Maybe it is the hair. Maybe it is the face. Or maybe Hollywood simply discovered one perfect redhead formula and decided, yes, we need two. Number 7. Keira Knightley and Natalie Portman. Keira Knightley and Natalie Portman are not just celebrity lookalikes. They are the kind of lookalikes that make movie history feel like a prank with a budget. Before Keira became a global star in Pirates of the Caribbean, she was cast in Star Wars: The Phantom Menace as the decoy for Natalie Portman's Queen Amidala. And why did that work? Because she looked so much like Natalie that the entire plot basically depended on people not knowing which face was which. That is not a normal resemblance. That is Hollywood saying, we need someone identical enough to fool assassins and somehow actually finding her. The wildest part. Their own mothers reportedly had trouble telling them apart in costume. Their mothers. The people who saw them as babies watched them grow up and probably know their faces better than airport security. If even mom is squinting at the screen like, wait, is that mine? Then the rest of us never stood a chance. The similarity is almost unfair. Same delicate features, same intense eyes, same elegant screen presence, and when they wear similar hairstyles, your brain just waves a white flag. Fans have spent years doing double takes, pausing movies, checking cast lists, and questioning their eyesight, like they accidentally watched Star Wars through a fever dream. Sure, hardcore fans might point out small differences. Kira has a sharper jawline. Natalie has slightly softer features. But when the lighting hits right, forget it. They could swap places in a royal palace, a pirate ship, or a red carpet interview, and half the world would just keep clapping. If Hollywood ever needed proof that the universe has a copy-paste button, Keira Knightley and Natalie Portman walked in wearing matching royal makeup and solved the case. Number 8. Zooey Deschanel and Katy Perry. Zooey Deschanel built her career being Hollywood's queen of quirky charm. With New Girl, 500 Days of Summer, those giant blue eyes, and that vintage girl next door style, she became instantly recognizable. At least, she should have been. Because somewhere in the pop music universe, Katy Perry showed up looking like her long-lost twin with a microphone and a fireworks budget. And suddenly, the internet lost its mind. Put Zooey and Katy side by side, and your brain starts acting like it just failed a celebrity CAPTCHA test. Same dark hair, same huge blue eyes, same playful expressions, and the same retro-inspired style that makes them look like two different versions of the same character. One became the indie sitcom sweetheart. The other became a global pop superstar. Same face, different soundtracks. For years, fans joked they had never seen both of them in the same room. Was Zooey secretly singing California Girls at night? Was Katy sneaking onto TV sets pretending to be awkward and adorable? Obviously not, but the resemblance is so strong that the conspiracy practically writes itself. Even their energy feels strangely connected. Both have that colorful, vintage, slightly cartoonish charm that makes them stand out instantly. The bangs, the makeup, the wide-eyed stare. It is like Hollywood and the music industry split one face into two career paths just to see how confused the public could get. And it worked. People have mixed them up in photos, videos, interviews, and probably at least one very awkward party. If Zooey picked up a microphone or Katy walked into a sitcom apartment, half the audience would need 5 minutes and a Google search before realizing anything was wrong. Maybe it is coincidence. Maybe it is genetics. Or maybe the universe just said, this face is too powerful for one industry. Number 9. Tom Hardy and Logan Marshall Green. Tom Hardy is the kind of actor who looks like he was built in a secret warehouse for action movies, crime dramas, and emotional damage. From Mad Max Fury Road to The Dark Knight Rises, Inception, and Venom. He has made an entire career out of looking intense, dangerous, and just mysterious enough to make people whisper, "Should we run?" But then Logan Marshall Green walks in, and suddenly the universe starts looking suspicious. Because Logan, known for Prometheus Upgrade and The Invitation, does not just kind of resemble Tom Hardy. He looks like Tom Hardy's alternate save file. Same rugged face, same brooding eyes, same beard-friendly jawline, and the same energy of a man who either just survived a street fight or is about to start one for plot development. Fans have admitted they spent years thinking these two were the same actor. And honestly, who can blame them? Give both men similar hair, a beard, and dramatic lighting. And even MDB starts sweating. One minute you think you are watching Tom Hardy. The next minute the credits say Logan Marshall Green, and suddenly you are questioning your eyesight, your memory, and maybe the entire casting system. The funniest part is that both actors often play dark, intense characters, so the confusion gets even worse. Hollywood basically handed two identical-looking men the same dangerous but handsome starter pack and sent them into thrillers like nothing weird was happening. If Tom Hardy is unavailable, Logan can walk onto set, growl 3 lines, stare at a wall like it owes him money, and half the audience would never know. This is not just a celebrity resemblance. This is a full-blown action movie identity crisis with better cheekbones. Number 10. Heath Ledger and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Heath Ledger was not just a movie star. He was the kind of actor who could walk into a scene and make everyone else look like they were still reading the instruction manual. From 10 Things I Hate About You to Brokeback Mountain. A Knight's Tale and his unforgettable Joker in The Dark Knight, Heath had that rare Hollywood magic charm, danger, sadness, and chaos, all packed into one face. Then comes Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and suddenly fans start doing a double take so hard their necks need insurance. Because Joseph does not just slightly resemble Heath. At certain angles, he looks like a parallel universe version of him. Same deep eyes, same sharp smile, same expressive face that can go from sweet to mysterious in half a second. The wildest part. They actually appeared together in 10 Things I Hate About You, looking like two young actors from the same family reunion that nobody officially invited us to. Over the years, the resemblance became even more emotional. Seeing Joseph grow older on screen makes many fans wonder what Heath might have looked like today if Hollywood had not lost him so soon. It is a strange feeling, part comforting, part heartbreaking, and part wait, did the universe leave us a backup copy? But this is not just about similar features. Both actors have that same unpredictable spark. They can play romantic, awkward, intense, or completely unhinged and somehow make it believable. Joseph could probably play Heath in a biopic, and half the audience would spend the first 10 minutes whispering, "This is too accurate." Maybe it is coincidence. Maybe it is genetics playing tricks. Or maybe Hollywood has one face reserved for actors who can break your heart, steal the scene, and leave the audience emotionally confused before the credits roll. Number 11. Susan Sarandon and Sigourney Weaver. Susan Sarandon and Sigourney Weaver are two Hollywood legends who have spent decades proving they can dominate any screen they walk onto. Susan brought fire, intelligence, and fearless energy to her roles, while Sigourney became the ultimate sci-fi icon after facing down aliens like it was just another bad day at work. But here is the funny twist: apparently, even Hollywood sometimes needs a double take. Because these two look so similar that Susan Sarandon has openly joked about being mistaken for Sigourney Weaver. And honestly, can we blame people? Same strong features, same commanding presence, same elegant. I could win an award or defeat a monster before breakfast energy. Put them in the same room, and your brain starts asking for subtitles. The confusion became even funnier when Susan once joked that Sigourney was basically her alter ego. She even told audiences that if Sigourney had just left the stage, no, they were not seeing the same woman twice. That is not a casual resemblance. That, a Hollywood identity glitch with better cheekbones. The best part, Susan has admitted Sigourney has signed her name before, while Susan has happily taken credit for Alien. Honestly, fair trade. If people are going to confuse you, you might as well borrow the Alien fighting resume. Number 12. Chase Crawford and Ian Somerhalder. Chase Crawford became the golden boy of Gossip Girl, the kind of rich, handsome TV heartthrob who looked like he was born with perfect lighting and a trust fund. Ian Somerhalder, meanwhile, turned The Vampire Diaries into a full-blown supernatural obsession, playing Damon Salvatore with a smirk so sharp it probably needed its own safety warning. Different shows, different worlds, one very suspicious face. Because when you put Chase and Ian side by side, it feels less like a celebrity comparison and more like a CW network cloning experiment that got a little too successful. Same piercing eyes, same arched eyebrows, same full lips, and the same, "I know I'm trouble, but you're still going to watch every episode" energy. Honestly, all you need is the same haircut, and suddenly Nate Archibald starts looking like he might drink blood after brunch. And Damon Salvatore. Put him in a preppy sweater, and he could sneak into the Upper East Side without anyone asking questions. Fans have spent years doing double takes, wondering if they were seeing the same man with a different script and slightly more supernatural problems. The jawline may be a tiny clue, but let's be real, nobody is pausing a dramatic scene to measure bone structure. If Hollywood ever needs a movie about two dangerously attractive brothers separated at birth, they already have the cast. Just call Chase, call Ian, and let the audience argue in the comments for the next 10 years. Number 13. Brittany Murphy and Lily Reinhart. Brittany Murphy had the kind of screen presence you do not forget. She was funny, fragile, electric, and unpredictable in a way that made every scene feel alive. From Clueless to 8 Mile, she had that rare Hollywood spark, sweet one second, completely chaotic the next, like a human glitter bomb with emotional depth. Then years later, Lily Reinhart stepped into the spotlight through Riverdale, and suddenly the internet started blinking twice. Because the resemblance between Lily and Brittany is honestly spooky. Same soft features, same expressive eyes, same delicate smile, and that same vulnerable but strong energy that makes you feel like they are carrying an entire movie's worth of feelings behind one look. Put their photos side by side, and logic starts packing its bags. The comparisons got so intense that online fans even joked about Lily being Brittany Murphy reincarnated. Obviously, that is impossible because Brittany passed away in 2009 and Lily was born years earlier. But when the internet sees a face, the similar facts politely leave the room and conspiracy theories start doing cartwheels. And Lily's 2018 Met Gala appearance only made the whole thing louder. Fans looked at her on the red carpet and immediately said, "Wait a second, Brittany." Suddenly, everyone needed a timeline, a family tree, and maybe a Hollywood ghost detector. If anyone ever makes a Brittany Murphy biopic, casting directors might not even need a long search. They just need to call Lily Reinhart and let the internet say, "We told you." Number 14. Jeff Bridges and Kurt Russell. Jeff Bridges and Kurt Russell are two Hollywood legends with careers so iconic, they should probably come with warning labels. Jeff gave us The Big Lebowski, True Grit, Tron, and that permanently relaxed I may be a genius or I may just need coffee energy. Kurt Russell, meanwhile, brought rugged charm to The Thing, Escape from New York, The Hateful Eight, and enough action movie confidence to survive almost any explosion. But here is where things get weird. For years, people have been mixing them up like Hollywood accidentally put both names on the same face. Ask someone who played the dude in The Big Lebowski, and if they say Kurt Russell, do not laugh too hard. They are wrong, but they are not alone. With that same rugged look, silvering beard, cool guy squint, and I probably own a motorcycle and know 5 secrets about America vibe, these two have been confusing audiences for decades. And honestly, age has only made the resemblance stronger. The more gray in the beard, the more dangerous the identity crisis becomes. At this point, if one of them walks into a smoky bar wearing a leather jacket, half the room is going to whisper, "Is that Jeff?" while the other half confidently says, "No, that's definitely Kurt." Everyone will be wrong and right at the same time. The funniest part, even Kurt's son Wyatt Russell has joked that he sometimes looks more like Jeff Bridges than his own father. That is not just a resemblance. That is a family tree filing an official complaint. If Hollywood ever needs a movie about two aging legends swapping lives, they already have the cast. Just add beards, sunglasses, and a confused audience,